Good morning, YouTube. Welcome back to the channel. 15 weeks and 6 days out today. And today is my first high day of entire prep so far. We are already me, I am already 10 weeks into my contest preparation. And today and tomorrow will be the first refeed. So I am actually going to vlog today and tomorrow to show you exactly what I eat and what I do for a refeed and why and how. Now, I am still working with Dean. He has done a great job keeping my mind on, keeping me straight and not allowing myself to dig a hole deeper than required. So today, we will be doing an extra 200 grams of carbohydrates, which is definitely something that I would personally do. So I definitely agree with the shift today, as we have seen a substantial shift in condition over the last few days. And I will give you a bit of an update on what bodyweight has been doing since even this weekend when I vlogged for you at 16 weeks out. I have seen a big shift in bodyweight, hitting a new low of 258.4 yesterday and 258.2 today, ready for the high day for today and tomorrow. So extra 200 grams of carbohydrates going in. And guess what? I'll be eating mostly the same foods. I will have my rice pretty much in the same volume amount, but just adding more rice. This is why cooking your rice raw is always the best way to go. Anyway, first block of work is completed. So I am going to go down, do my morning activity, 5 kilometers per hour as usual, with a 3.5% incline. But today I also have much less steps, which means I will not be doing quite as many steps. So the walk will be a little bit shorter, but you'll get to see what's what. You'll get to see the food, and I might even show some highlights from today's leg day at Derby with Jack Richardson, I think, maybe. Anyway, game time. 15 weeks and 6 days out. Let's get it. Okay, so an extra 100 grams of rice is in here to what I would normally eat, but the weight is roughly the same, plus the extra 100 grams of rice that I've added. But because I did not add any extra water, the volume of the food is still exactly the same, but the carbohydrate amount is much higher. So this today has 350 grams of raw weight rice in comparison to my normal 250 grams. But because I did not change the water amount, once the rice is cooked, it basically weighs the same, but the carbohydrates amount is vastly different. This is why it's so important for me, in my opinion, to always have at least carbohydrates cooked raw, because the discrepancy can be huge in what you need. And the way I do this now is all I will do is I will weigh this out with the container, which is this. Then I will take the weight of the container off to get the accurate measure of rice. Then whatever the measure of the rice is, divide it by 35. This then gives me 10 gram portions. And then let's say I've got 100 grams of rice, I times that by 10. I've got 150 grams of rice, I times that by 15, so on. So super easy. And this is how you do it for optimal accuracy. Right, this is the meals for the day. We've got my meal number 5, meal number 2, and then meal number 1. Rice is distributed already, and then all I will do, post meal number 1, all I will do then is add my pineapple, add my meat, add my spinach, and then the meals are all ruffled up. So I do like to prepare them for the day, just so it's more efficient for me. This way I can just work, come downstairs, eat, get back to work, do my steps, whatever I need to do, without needing to be messing around getting the meals ready and prepared. This way, again, routine stays locked in. You're more efficient with your time. And time management is our most valuable asset, both in bodybuilding, but also in life. So just be mindful of that, especially when you are busier, even in prep. You don't think about shit. You don't think about how you feel. You don't think about the hunger. You don't think about fatigue. You just do the shit that you need to do at the times that you need to do. And this is something that I believe a lot of people need to take away in day-to-day life. If you just get on top of your shit and just do the work and execute, Sometimes you can push your feelings aside and achieve far more, be far more successful, and experience less fuckery alongside of that. New word for you. Okay, you'll have to excuse the stain already on the white top, but I want to give you a lowdown for today's plan of action. Steps will probably land around 8,000. Total carbs for the day will be about 750. Protein, 350. Fat, 50 grams. So just under 5,000 calories for the day. The plan is to do the high day today and tomorrow. The reason for that, guys, is we are now getting lean enough to warrant them. And most importantly, the rate of loss has been higher. So the purpose of a refeed or a high day, whatever you want to call it, is to simply slow down the rate of loss, refill the glycogen stores back up as you do get flatter, as you come down in body fat and body weight, and drop fatigue that accumulates with fat loss and being in a deficit over time. Now, the leaner you get, the harder you can afford to feed back up, and more aggressive you can be with the refeed days, diet breaks, etc. Now, I am a massive proponent of a well-planned timeline with extra time for diet breaks, refeeds, and deloads. More importantly, I know a lot of you guys watching this probably don't believe in deloads or diet breaks in a prep, and I can tell you it's a massive mistake. It's a massive game changer. This is why I pride myself on taking a lot of my guys and girls on stage, and they do not feel like they're in prep until the very last bit. And that is because we start prep in a lean enough position. We don't start prep fat. We give ourselves enough time to be able to refeed, to be able to back off, take deloads, take extra rest when it's needed, and feed back up. This then makes the process much less grueling, much more enjoyable, and allows you to bring a better package to the stage, because as a byproduct, you retain more muscle, you are fresher, you are bigger and leaner. Most of the time people do not get lean enough because, one, they run out of time, two, they run out of tools to get them there, whether it's diet or supplementation changes or cardio, because again, they start too fat, they did not give themselves enough time, and the rate of loss needed to be higher than optimal. And a huge point, I think, is people definitely just miscalculate how much they have to lose. So they just end up getting crazy fatigue through what they actually have to do to get in shape. So food for thought, guys. Backing off is just as important as doing the work. However, if you do not do the work, there's nothing to back off from. So most important thing is adherence, putting the work in, getting in front with the prep, making sure that you earn the time to back off, deload, diet break, refeed, whatever it is, because it has to be earned, guys. Right, I'll watch this now. Whoop. And then I'll show you meal one. But first, morning activity has to be done, always, non-negotiable. Good for heart health, good for brain health, and good for mental health too. So get your morning activity done, always. Make it non-negotiable. Make a pact with yourself to be better every day. Okay, just before my meal one, we've got my Inshore Digest Pharma Pro and Inshore with one of my omegas, and then my morning supplements, which is my curcumin, fat support, love heart, and all of these bad boys, magnesium, etc. I will take in pretty much after meal one. So this goes in before and this goes straight after. Okay, first high day of prep. 125 raw weight rice, 3 whole eggs, 125 venison, 1 caramel rice cake, blueberries, pineapple. That is the one. Boom. And some YouTube, of course. Ooh, nearly had an accident now. A bit of a taste test to see what we are playing with. I'm a good cook.
I recently mentioned that I was using Very Dead the Aero.
I don't know why, but I really like eggs, beef and rice for meal 1.
The fats in the eggs. So sometime when they get deleted from the oven.
Do you mean removed?
You like that. You like that get that bit. That was a sad time.
Because you was eating like 4 whole eggs. Can't expect to get lean eating all the eggs. Got to pull from somewhere.
It's a blessed day when it comes back.
Great. My website. As someone who doesn't have a fondness for tech, I was really expecting to struggle with the build side of it.
Just getting my cook on. This is Meg's breakfast. 2 whole eggs, sourdough, egg whites, and I make her like a bit of a French omelette. Then meal number 5, post-workout meal. We've got chocolate orange cream of rice, 175 grams. Meal number 2, 200 grams of chicken, 125 rice, spinach, pineapple. Chocolate orange cream of rice, cool by 10. And then pre-workout meal, which is going to be my cream of rice that is going to be vanilla flavored. We've got 150 cream of rice and around 350 ml of water. So that is how my post-meal 1 activity looks like. The routine, as always, stays the same. The only difference is I'm doing a little bit less. So instead of doing like 7 minutes that I normally would do on the treadmill or around the wood, I am only doing 4 minutes. But these little walks are essential, even in the off season. In prep, they just get a little bit longer, but in the off season, the routine stays the same. Just a little bit less expenditure, but the movement still stays. Motion is lotion. Helps digestion, helps recovery, blood flow, and general well-being. So if you are pretty sedentary or your job is sedentary, make sure you allocate some times where you actively walk. And small little tips, if you are working in an office, every time you get a little break, eat your food and then get out, do a little walk or walk around your office. Do anything that you can to accumulate some more steps. Even on your toilet breaks, opt to use the bathroom at the other side of the office, not the closest one to you. Simple steps to get more steps and get more movement. Parking further away in supermarkets or even for work can be a great tool as well. Allocating some walking time, first thing in the morning, last thing at night, between meals. You can very easily hit a lot of steps if you are mindful of that movement. And in a calorie deficit as well, your body will slow you down. You will move much less and you will fidget less. So your calorie expenditure gets less. So you have to uphold your NEAT through steps, at least. And if you still don't believe in steps, I can probably guarantee you probably have some horrible preps ahead of you. So it's 2 options. Do your steps or spend a lifetime on this bad boy. I know what my preference is. Definitely steps. That is a monster of a shift this morning. I actually started doing the check-ins and client updates at 6 a.m. this morning, and it is now 10 o'clock, and I am only just wrapping up with the bulk of the work. So off the back of that now, majority of check-ins are done. I think I've got a couple more left now after meal 2, and then I do have some client updates and programming to do once I've finished eating. So ideal, because I do have less steps to do, which means I can actually get more work done early and get everything boxed off, which means I can actually chill with recovery boots on before legs. My favorite t-shirt for leg day as well. Nobody cares. Work harder. Let's go. We've got leg day pants as well. Oh, is that striation? Not sure. Anyway, we're on meal number 2 time. Appetite is pretty decent. I mean, I'm not hungry by any means, so I could take it or leave it at the moment with the high days, but I'm pretty sure that will change as I get leaner. For now, it's just the right amount where I'm not starving, but I'm not overly full, which is great.
More like cream buffalo kind of sauce, you know, like sweet baby Rationale, all kind of mixed together. That's its whole thing.
Meal number 2. 125 grams of rice, raw weight. We've got 1 caramel rice cake, 100 grams of pineapple. We've got, take the rice cake off. We've got 5 grams of low calorie sauce, spinach, mushrooms, peppers, which is always the choice of veg added. Veg amount doesn't change today. Protein is pulled back just a little bit, just to make sure it doesn't go above when carbohydrates increase, and to aid digestion a little bit. Now, with this meal as well, I will be taking in 2 omegas. 2 Omega Pharma Pro, my magnesium, which I take in with every single meal, 1 Ensure, and 1 Digest Pharma Pro. Now, people ask me, why do you take digestive enzymes 4 times a day? Our bodies are not designed to be digesting 350 grams of protein. Now, Digest Pharma Pro has betaine HCl, which really helps breaking down the protein. So my digestion has no issues. My digestion is great. But I also understand that I am eating way more than my body's designed to do. Therefore, some digestive enzymes can actually help. And you should be probably taking them. Because guess what? When you are eating as much food as you should be eating as a bodybuilder, it's certainly not going to be the best for you. So a good option is investing in a good digestive enzyme. I promise you, it makes a big difference, especially for the waistline. And I always preach that you can only eat what you can digest. Okay, now, a lot of my walks are on the treadmill, yes, but I do allocate at least 1 walk of the day out in the nature, and I either go through the wood or down this little lane with all the trees and the birds chirping, as you can hear. I think it's important to at least get 1 big walk done out in the sun, out in the nature, and outside in some fresh air. It's definitely a nice change of environment as well, and it breaks up the day, especially when you're glued to your desk or computer like I am all day. Sometimes it's needed, and this is my chance to decompress a little bit as well and get some vitamin D from the sun, which is always nice. Makes you feel good. Does me anyway. If it doesn't make you feel good, questioning the kind of man you are, the kind of woman you are, if you're watching this and you're a lady. Anyway, I'll finish my walk, and then I will see you at home to show you my pre and intra-workout, which I got ready a little bit early because we've got a 45-minute drive to the gym today, which means normally the stuff I'd get ready after my pre-workout meal, I have to get ready before. So you'll get an insight on that as part of the day of eating. Okay, intra-workout artillery, which is performance fuel, 40 grams, the usual serving with 5 grams of glutamine and 10 grams of creatine. We've got pumpage pre-workout of hydration, 22 grams of pumpage with 5 grams of creatine and glutamine. And then post-workout, we've got MPS Max with 1 serving of magnesium added in. So magnesium I actually take in 6 times a day. For your own knowledge, guys, what you need to actually calculate is the elemental magnesium, not the total magnesium amount. And some products that claim to have 500 milligrams of magnesium, you're probably only getting 100 milligrams out of that. Now, recommended daily allowance is around 500 milligrams per day. So as you can imagine, if you only take one, you are massively under. Someone that trains, someone that's bigger, eats more food, you simply need more. So be mindful of that, especially stuff like creatine and magnesium. I feel like higher doses are far more effective for additional health benefits. So that is my artillery of gains for my training. Now, whether you like it or not, intra-workout nutrition is effective, and there is not only anecdotal evidence to support it with what we know as athletes, but also there's some scientific evidence to support intra-workout carbohydrates being beneficial, especially in some, I think it was done on athletes who did some running, even in short bouts. It definitely shown improvements in their performance. So be mindful of that. And I think where it truly shines as well is in a calorie deficit. I always feel like there's a lot more energy within my workouts. And in an off-season setting, on the other hand, it's just an easy way to add in more calories and fuel your training sessions, providing you with energy intra and already setting you up for recovery thereafter. Now next, we'll show you the pre-workout meal. Okay, that's work all caught up with. Now it's 11:45, so I'm going to watch a little bit of YouTube for 15 minutes and put my recovery boots on before I actually have my pre-workout meal. Now, these actually make a massive difference, I'm not going to lie, when it comes to just general leg recovery. It's not as good as massage now, but I do find doing these before leg days especially makes a big difference. I feel like I go into the sessions a little bit looser and I do get more productive working, especially with my leg training being every 4 days. It's much higher frequency than what I've done before. Yes, volume is lower, but every little bit of recovery modality is going to be beneficial at this point. So I'm going to watch some John Jewett, Full Day of Eating, and enjoy my coffee before training. Thank you to Andy and Linda for the coffee machine. It's getting some serious use, and I'm saving a lot of money as well, not going to Starbucks. I normally have a whey paste, but today I'm going to treat myself. We've got my cream of rice, 150 grams of cream of rice, and I'm going to have 20 grams of cinnamon Danish and 20 grams of caramel biscuit, and I'm probably going to mix it in. So let's see what the finished product looks like. And then special ingredient to add on top. Oh, that is the finished product. We've got a mixture of 20 grams of this, 20 grams of this with vanilla cream of rice, honey on top, raisins inside it, blueberries left over from meal 1, and 50 grams of pineapple. So the totals for this meal: 40 grams of whey, 150 grams of cream of rice, 20 grams of raisins, 20 grams of honey, 50 pineapple, and probably about 20 grams of blueberries. This will go down now, and then we'll train around an hour from here. I'm not going to lie, this combo is delightful. I knew it was going to be good, but not quite as good as this. I think honey on top tops it off, definitely. It's a great addition. I haven't had it for a while, so.
Having it in the off-season, don't you?
So it's been a while, 10 weeks. First refeed of the prep, 10 weeks in, almost 10 weeks in.
Do you think using good foods a bit higher?
Absolutely. I think
calorie density?
a lot of people get digestive issues from just way too much processed food. I can easily put away 5,500, 6,000 calories on my off season, and it's all from whole foods. And I've seen that firsthand with clients that used to use like a lot of Rice Krispie squares, etc., to get calories in. And in past, like they would tap out at like 5,000 calories. Now they're eating 6,000 calories and still hungry. So there's a lot of merit in having a well-structured diet with a variety of fruit and veg, and prioritizing whole foods. 100%. This is tremendous. Right, we'll eat this in the sunshine. I will speak to you on the way to the gym. Okay, we've landed at the gym. It's a nice 45-minute drive, so breaks things up nicely, and Meg gets to do a little bit of work in the car, and I get to actually switch off in the car a little bit. Right, I'm going to get in the gym. I will get warmed up. I've had my pumpage. I might show you a couple of sets, we'll see. Anyway, game time. Okay.
That's it, easy go. Come on. Use fucking work. Nice. Let's go. Has to be. Two more easy. Make it happen.
Yep. Back. Well, that was a tremendous session. We had Jack jumping with us. Productive session all around. First things first, I've got magnesium MPS. Just did 2 rounds of posing. The look is pretty okay for where we are now. We'll only get better. Now, I'm going to show you my post-workout meal. By this point now, I am pretty empty. So I'll be ready to eat my fish and cream of rice. Precisely 200 grams of cod and 175 grams of cream of rice with 100 grams of blueberries. So I'll eat this and then we'll head home. But before we head home, drink this, show you my meal, and then likely get on some client replies, specifically the ones that are competing. And then I've got a call with my business partner, Tom. So, busy day as always. There we have it. Dish number 1. We've got 200 grams of cod. We've got 7 grams to be precise of one of the Flavor Gang sauces, which is a very, very low calorie sauce. I think max you get out of it is like 15 calories per a decent serving that I do not have. So generally it's like 5 calorie addition tops that I have on my meals 3 times per day. which is what I allow myself to have. So I'm going to eat this first, and then I will show you round 2. And then the round 2 is 100 grams of blueberries, 175 cream of rice with a lot of cinnamon on top. And this is actually the, you can smell it, chocolate orange, I believe, which is one of my favourite flavours. I like to mix and match sometimes, where I mix sticky toffee and chocolate orange, and it tastes divine. So this is part 2 of the post-workout meal. Pretty low volume for the amount of carbs I have here, because I only added like 350 ml of water. So once I've had this, I will be ready to eat again in about an hour and a half. Okay guys, meal number 5, we've got 100 grams of wild salmon, 150 prawns, 100 grams of raw weight rice, and my usual veg amount. We've got some sweet pappy sauce on there as well, salt, and some dash seasoning. So meal number 5, and we're going to watch the champ on YouTube.
First show and our second show, you know, now
This is what we're calling night
we're
cap.
about 20 weeks out.
So, good night.
Mr. Olympia.
Thank you for watching.
We're gonna take a little
A
downtime.
little bit in the morning.
I'd say about 4 to 6 weeks. We're gonna chill, relax, put the body.
Take it all the way up, you know what I mean? So there's room for everyone here, and that made the sport really big, and it really grew. Let's talk a little bit more about.
Okay, day after tomorrow, rest day. Meal number 1 is 50 grams of caramel biscuit white isolate, 20 grams of 100% dark chocolate, 130 grams of chocolate orange cream of rice. We've got 100 grams of blueberries, 100 strawberries, Darger's Farm Pro, Omega, and Ensure. And then we've got the Steve Weinberger interview. So I'll eat this, then I'll give you a full breakdown of where we are and what the plans are. And then cap off the day with a breakdown of the macros for today and yesterday, and a full update. Oh, here we go. Well, that's the refeed day done. I'm not going to show you all of the meals for the rest day, because they are literally identical to what you will have seen on the previous vlog. The only difference is extra rice and extra cream of rice. So 200 grams of carbs extra for the day, and that will do the job. I think the timing of the high days has definitely come at perfect time. So I am definitely happy and certainly needed. I really think this is where people try to do refeeds way too early. I mean, we're almost 10 weeks into prep, and this is the first high days that I needed. So, key point, guys, that I want you to take away from this video: refeed when it is needed, not when you want to. And I can promise you, you probably won't need one until you actually get lean. So take your time, stick to your diet, get lean, and refeed only when it's needed, not when you feel like you need or want more food. Results don't care about your feelings. Subscribe, like, share, and peace out.